They're cooking him. Yo. Layup Lounge members. Welcome back to the LLs, episode 25 of season 2. My name is Wayne. I'm here with
Roman.
And we are locked in. Thank you, members, for doing your due diligence. We are in the midst of the NBA playoffs right now. It's going down. Bullets are flying. Round 2 is kicked off. We got some hoop to talk about. The Pacers are shocking the world. The Celtics are boo-booing down their leg.
And you know what? Excuse me. You know what? Let's just get straight to it.
Go ahead. Let me know something.
Let's just get straight to it. We just watched the Celtics again crumble to the New York Knicks. They had another 20-point lead with like 3 minutes left in the third quarter. They dropped this game by 1. Great play. Great defensive play by Mikal Bridges. Jayson Tatum, what was you doing? How are we feeling about the Celtics right now? I mean, they're living and dying by the 3. I don't know if we've ever seen a team live and die by the 3 as much as the Celtics team has. And to me, there was a lot of points in this game where they could have just took it to the rack. Like you pointed out while watching the game, you got Mitchell Robinson on you down, 10 seconds left with an ISO, and you choose to go to a crowd of people, and you don't even shoot the fader. You try to pass it into a fadeaway. So how are we feeling about the Celtics? Is this series over?
This series, it's over. Unfortunately, it's over. Going down 2-0, headed back to Madison Square Garden. I don't see any world where the Celtics pull this series out. It's an uphill battle from here. I feel like the arena's going to be rocking. Madison Square Garden. I don't see the Knicks losing game 3. And I'm looking at Jayson Tatum like, bro, what's the deal? I mean, we want to give him the keys. We want to say he's the face of the league. He's sad that he's not the face of the league. He's sad he's not getting no playing time in the summertime in the Olympics. Bro, in the playoffs with the game on the line, go get a bucket. Go beat a guy. 13 and 14 that's Aaron Gordon numbers. That's third option. That's fourth option.
Can't disrespect Aaron Gordon like that, man. Come on.
Okay, no, he's having a better playoffs than Jayson Tatum. He's having a better playoffs than a lot of people, but I'm just putting it in perspective for you. Yeah. Jayson Tatum, we hold him to this standard. We say he's the guy. He drops 38 here, and we let him off the hook. We got to hold him to a consistent standard of, okay, Kobe, LeBron, like he wants to be in that category. He's like, I'm not gonna be remembered in that. This is why. He's crying about that he's not in the same category. This is why, bro. It's in 4K. It's in front of everybody's faces. 20-point lead given up. Jalen Brunson is in attack mode. You know what I'm saying? That's a dog. That's a killer. That's somebody who struggled all game and in the fourth quarter said, give me the rock. Let's go win this basketball game.
Bridges too.
Same. Come on.
0 going into the fourth.
When the Heat turned up in the kitchen, they didn't back down. The Celtics, on the other hand, they literally just shot themselves out of that game, bro. And literally when they were down like 7, 3 minutes left, we knew what time it was. Like we could tell they lost. They had no energy. They were flat.
Have we seen
Knicks?
Have we seen a team live and die by the 3 like this on this level? I don't even think we've seen any iteration of the Golden State Warriors live and die by the 3 the way that the Boston Celtics have in these last 2 games. Like
Houston. Houston, because I mean that was their whole MO is literally run and gun, but we see how far that got them. Boston's done it though. That's the thing. They've done it. I just don't know. It's kind of just. It looks like they're half asleep out there. The end of that game was disappointing. If I'm a Boston fan, like we literally just watched them walk us down in our home building.
I will say one thing. You were right about the third option because Derek White. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Jaylen Brown, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Jayson Tatum, 13 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. 1 for 5 for 3, 5 for 9.
Them 14 shooting. Boards aren't saving you neither, bro. Like we know it when we know what it is. Like when you have an off night, you try and crash the glass a little bit harder. Nah, bro. That's 13 points you scored. I'm sorry. Can't do that.
I mean, I'll say one thing. Like Porzingis not being able to play as much. He's very limited right now. He's sick. I don't know what's going on with that. But he only played 14 minutes tonight. Derek White's been hooping. He's probably been their best player on the Celtics. He's probably been their best player. And then meanwhile, on the New York Knicks side, OG Anunoby only gives you 5 points. Mikal Bridges doesn't score until the fourth quarter. Jalen Brunson only gives you 17. Like, these are off. Excuse me. Because at first, in the last game, I was like, okay, the Celtics played bad. The Knicks played well. The Knicks played probably as good as they could. Like, it's over. I still got Celtics in 5, 6, maybe. But the Knicks didn't play that good. Up until, 7 minutes left in the fourth, they started, running.
Locked in, yeah.
Josh Hart, though, 23 points, 6 rebounds. So when a guy like Josh Hart, which he's not a primary scorer on your team, that's not what you brought him in for. If he scores 20 piece, then it's good. Because a 20 piece from a guy like that is different than a 20 piece from a dude you expect to get that amount of points. So you unexpectedly get scoring out of your defensive Swiss Army knife. I mean, it's hard to win. It's hard to win. And yeah, man, it's the same thing I talked about with like Jay McDaniels. Like when he scores 20 to 25, like that hits different than an Ant-Man score because you expect that. But the others are showing up for the Knicks right now. The bench was worrisome for me for the Knicks, and it still is. I mean, they only had 11 bench points total, but I mean the Knicks built this roster the way it is right now. They're really top heavy, and it's been successful so far. Mm-hmm. So. I can't say it's over. This is the defending champs, though. At the end of the day, they've been the best road team in the NBA. The Boston Celtics have been. And I feel like they could easily just snatch these two in New York. However, I'm not expecting it. I think they do get one. And it's looking like Knicks in 6. I think it's looking like Knicks in 6. Because I'm going to say the Boston Celtics get one in New York. When they come back home, they're going to win that one. And then the Knicks win on their home floor.
Celtics win game 4. They're going to go down 3-0, though.
You think so?
They're going to go, bro.
Really?
The way they're going to play, they're going to win game 4 out of desperation. Knicks going to come out flat.
Tell me what happens.
Game 3, though, bro, the way the Celtics just finished that, they look dejected, bro. Like, I don't see any, what do they rally around? Like, where do we go from here? We're down 2-0. Do I tell Jayson Tatum to wake up? Jaylen Brown, like, you know what I'm saying? Where do we go from this point right here? Because we're going to New York down 2-0. Knicks are rolling. They got the clutch player of the year who's playing clutch when it matters. Like it's down bad for him, honestly, in my opinion. They go down 3-0 for sure. They might get swept. Quiet as it's kept. They might get swept.
The only thing I say again is like the Knicks have been. It takes. 2 things need to happen for comebacks like this to consistently happen. One, obviously, you got to pretty much play perfect basketball to get the lead back. But 2, the other team has to mess up. And the Celtics have been shooting themselves in the foot. I honestly think it's more about that than what the Knicks are doing. The Knicks are, credit to the Knicks, though, they're capitalizing off the Boston Celtics mistakes. But you don't blow back-to-back 20-point leads, and that's just because of what the Knicks are doing. I don't think the Knicks are doing anything special, in my opinion. I think it's more the Boston Celtics are shooting themselves in the foot, shooting all these threes, trying to get it back in one play. We always, we hear coaches, I'm sure you've heard it, I've heard it all the time. It's like, you're not going to get it back in one play. That's like the number one thing you tell a team when another guy, or when the other team is making a run or they end up taking the lead, you're not going to get the lead back. You're not going to get back in the game in one play. It takes multiple plays. And obviously that's worked well in the favor of the Knicks because they know like it was they were down 20. Obviously they still kept playing. And that's the thing. They keep playing, and the Celtics, they looked rattled. And this is the first time I've ever seen this team, this iteration of this team, look the way they did.
For sure. They look shook, bro. Like, that's the best way to describe it. They didn't know who to pass to. Nobody knew how to score. They're getting wide open looks, literally wide open, uncontested, no contest, nobody around me looks. Brick.
So what are you saying? If you're Joe Mazzulla going into a game 3 in New York, obviously you must win. What is your game plan? What are you telling the guys? What would be your strategy going into this game 3?
We got to play through our guys, bro. I mean,
and who are you choosing? Because I feel like it's got to be a pick. You got to choose one of the guys to go through. Because obviously they're not playing well together right now.
Tatum is for sure that he has to be the guy. I feel like Tatum has to be the guy out there. JB's good if Tatum's going. You know what I'm saying? But if we got to live with JB being the guy, it limits us in a sense. I feel like Tatum really has to be going to open up everything else for the rest of the Celtics. So I feel like we just got to get him some easy looks, get him going downhill, get him to the cup, get him some shots. Let him see the ball go through the rim a couple times early. 13 points. He should have 13 points in the first quarter. Like, that's the type of player Jayson Tatum is. Like, that's how we should be talking about Jayson Tatum. 13 points for the game is absolutely unacceptable. That's from, like, a player of his caliber. At this stage in his career, he's what, 27?
Yeah.
Bro, what are we talking about? Like, this is the prime of Jayson Tatum, and this is crazy. Unacceptable, in my opinion.
Is Jalen Brunson the best New York Knick that we've ever seen? I feel like there's a short list of New York legends. You know, we got the Ewings. You know, we got the Mellos, but it's like it's looking like Jalen Brunson's the king of New York. If they get an NBA championship, it's hard to say that he's not the greatest Knick that we've ever seen.
No, I could see that for sure. I mean,
he took the pay cut.
He really established himself as the one here. Like we saw flashes of it in Dallas, but when he got there, he was like, "This is my team." Julius, move around. Everybody, hey, this is my shit. Like he really took the reins.
Yeah.
No, I think he is the king of New York for the time being. Like we really got to see how
it's early.
It's early.
That's fair
because this could be the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like they do this for the next 3 years. It's like, all right, bro. He's same as Melo at this point. And look at it in the future. He's same as Melo.
Yeah. Well, moving on from the best Knick ever, we might be talking about one of the greatest Pacers of all time, Tyrese Haliburton, in the Indiana Pacers. After they were leading, they were down big in this game against the Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell was playing. I can't even say he was playing out of body because he's more than capable of putting up those numbers. Exactly. We've seen it in Utah. We've seen glimpses of it last year. We knew what was coming when all those dudes, Garland, Mobley, Hunter, when those guys were down, we knew that he was going to put his cape on. And, he tried his best. But at the end of the day, the Pacers, man, comeback kings. Tyrese Haliburton, he pulls out the Sam Cassell celebration after the three. Man, talk about it. It
was warranted. It was warranted.
Is the Indiana Pacers legit title contenders?
I think they have to be. Dark horse team. Everybody kind of counts them out just because they don't really got that name, like a big name. You know what I'm saying? Tyrese is their biggest name, but like he's a tier below for a superstar. But they just play hard. They play together. They play hard. They're got bodies to throw at you. They got like 10 dudes, 11 dudes that can play, I swear. And they just come at you with intensity. I don't know. I feel like Tyrese is already a better pacer than Paul George.
And I was just about to ask you, that was gonna be the next question.
No, because I've seen it like circulate a little bit. I know Tyrese, if we're talking about recent Pacers in the 2000s, he's the pacer. You know what I'm saying? I think of the Pacers, I think of Tyrese Haliburton. And that's crazy, it's already happened that fast, but he is the Pacers in my eyes.
To be fair, they don't got much history. He might be a top 5 pacer already.
You think of the Pacers, you think of Reggie Miller and Tyrese Haliburton. I don't even really think of Paul George.
Miles Turner, honestly, and we have to put Miles Turner up there in the top 5, because he's the tenure. He's been there in multiple iterations of this team. He was there, Victor Oladipo, prime Victor Oladipo, Domantas Sabonis. He's been there for a very long time.
He survived trade rumors every season.
Trade rumor king, bro. And at this point, he's a Pacer lifer.
They should keep him for life.
That'd be cool. Absolutely. He's been a solid. You're not going to upgrade from that position right now from the dudes that are available. That
is crazy that you said he been on because those teams were playoff teams.
He's been in the league for hella long. It feels like
those were playoff teams that he was on for the Pacers.
Yeah, but no, I'm with you. I think I would definitely take Tyrese over Paul George at this point. As a Pacer, and even if we're just talking about as a Pacer, I would take him. And if they get to the NBA Finals, I don't even think it's a debate. When they win the NBA Finals, he's going to be the greatest Pacer of all time.
So that's your new favorite?
That's my new favorite. The Indiana Pacers. The Clippers are out. That was my winner. I think Indiana got it. I knew, and I don't even know if we didn't really talk about it last episode, but Indiana Pacers match up perfectly with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't know why people were saying Cleveland in 5. I was hearing Cleveland in 4 even. I don't think they understand. Great NBA teams, the number one recipe for success, you got to love playing with each other, you know? You can tell these dudes it's a close group.
It's a very close-knit group.
It's a close group. They're confident. We got Aaron Nesmith, and he's been their silent MVP of this as well. Like he was buried in the bench in Boston. I heard Jeff T talking about it. He was sitting next to me. Now he's killing in Indiana. Like he's been very valuable. Andrew Nembhard is a playoff riser. His percentages go up in the playoffs. Tyrese is leading this team. Miles Turner's, he's very solid.
Spicy P.
I mean, Pascal, we can get better games from him, but he's been overall solid.
He's a presence though too. He's just another thing to worry about out there.
Yeah, man. Thomas Bryant is giving he's giving a solid minutes. Yeah, some. Yeah. Like James Johnson, like the whole team, you just it feels like a run.
For sure. And the game is like when everybody be standing up, like you can see they don't really care who's in. They don't care who's in the closeout unit. They just trying to win. Like the entire unit is bought in trying to win the game. That's what I like about them.
They like seeing each other succeed.
There it is.
And, hell of a shot by Tyrese Haliburton. But if you're the Cavs, like, I mean, obviously I'm talking like it's over. You think it's over?
It's over.
I think this is sweep material. I can't see the Boston Celtics getting swept by the Knicks, but I can see the Cavs getting swept for sure, especially if those other guys don't come back, because that was their best foot forward. Donovan Mitchell,
he threw his best punch. That's his best punch he got. I mean, 50 and 10, pretty much. That's what more do you want from me? What more do you want from me? Like help.
Oh, Benedict Mathurin, I want to shout him out too. 19 points coming off the bench. He be talking shit too. I like it.
I like it.
I like it. Starting at the end of the game with Giannis, when that series is over, he tried big bro him. He was like, nah, we're not doing
that, bro.
And then he be talking, Donovan Mitchell was all celebrating. He was like, one of the plays, he went like this. Donovan Mitchell went like this. He said, okay, that's what we're doing. You can just hear him say, you can see him say that. He was killing, especially in that second half. But yeah, man, I mean, Ty Jerome, 1 for 14. Ty Jerome.
That's disgusting.
1 for 14. And he had a phenomenal year this year, and I know the other guys are out. 1 for 14.
He never lost confidence.
We get 14 points out of Sam Merrill. Bro, Donovan Mitchell, 48, 9, and 5, and we lose. Jared Allen had 22 points.
That's the best punch.
Best punch.
Best punch.
It feels like when the Lakers in that game, what was it, game 4? When they just left everything out there and they lost, like it was over.
Threw our best punch.
Same vibes. Yeah, we threw your best punch. Same vibes. So Indiana, I think they're going to the finals, and I think they can win the title. I really think they can win the title.
I mean, so they made it to the in-season tournament final. They were in the playoffs, the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They've silently just been like, near the top, but quiet. They're a quiet killer, a silent killer.
It was a competitive sweep when they're playing the Celtics.
Competitive sweep.
It was a competitive
sweep.
And I mean, coming out the West, they can compete with OKC.
They can compete with anybody out the West, yeah.
That's not like... Hey,
I don't like OKC. I'm going to keep reiterating.
We can just get straight to it. That was the next team I was going to talk about. OKC and Denver. We see Denver, same situation kind of with Celtics, OKC-wise. It's like they shoot themselves in the foot. They're up. They slowly chip away. Denver does. We miss free throws. Get the game winner from Aaron Gordon. Russell Westbrook's playing really well right now. And I'm with you. We didn't really talk about before. Who'd you have going into the series and how many games?
I want the Denver Nuggets to win. I think it's going to take 6 or 7. I think it's going to take 6 or 7, but I got the Denver Nuggets. I think Nikola Jokic is going to affect the game. He's going to be able to carry this series for the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon obviously doing what he do.
He's about to get paid.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I think the momentum of that game 1 rolls over into whatever happens game 2 tonight. Depending on, by the time it's released, game 2 is happening right now. So we're going to find out soon what's going on. But I think going back to Denver, it's going to be another 2-0 situation.
Really?
Nuggets up 2-0.
Really?
I think
and
so.
You still think, okay, so even then, you still think it's going to go to 7? I think if Denver wins this game, it's going to be like 5.
Yeah.
I think it's 5. Maybe 6. It's not going 7, though. If they win this game, it's not going 7. Aaron Gordon.
He shot it with confidence.
Aaron Gordon's a top 5 Nugget of all time.
No, he is.
I mean, he's saved this team not once but twice in these playoffs so far. All-time Jokic teammate. I don't think he ever leaves Jokic, ever.
He's an all-time. He might be Jokic's greatest teammate.
That's not crazy. Honestly, I mean, that's not crazy to say because he hasn't really played with nobody. It's really just been Jokic.
Yeah, they play, but their play styles complement each other. Like
Jamal Murray, like he's a better teammate than Jamal, probably.
Yeah,
probably.
Sure. I'd say so. Jamal inconsistent.
All right, man. This is the series I'm really locked into. The Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Early in this game, our light-skinned brother, he goes down, man. He goes down. We hear reports after the game, although they did win. He was crying in the locker room. Sounds like it's over. It sounds like it's over for Steph Curry. His hamstring gone. It flew off. And
His hamstring flew off.
I know the Warriors won. I got Wolves in 5. I'm saying it now. I got Wolves in 5. Jimmy Butler. Maybe 6, but they don't have enough to beat this Timberwolves team. What are your thoughts?
Championship DNA. And it goes back. I'm saying championship DNA. And I love the Wolves. I think they're, it's going to be 7, but I got the Warriors.
Really?
Curry comes back game 7. Decoy.
He's not coming back.
Okay, but hear me out.
And if he comes back, selfishly, I'm going at him.
Oh, no, as you should.
I'm going at him.
Attack that hamstring. But if they said he's out minimum a week, we know hamstring, though, that's something. That's not.
He gets reevaluated in a week. It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Because he has to sit. He can't do anything for a week. He can't, what are we doing? Yeah, maybe shoot some free throws, but he's not running. And then once he gets reevaluated, then we get a new timetable, and then you got to ramp up. And at that point, who knows if you're still playing.
Even alive, yeah. Jimmy Butler's carried a worse roster than this to the finals before.
We was in the East.
Okay, fair. But, I mean, why not here, though?
We didn't run into a player as nearly as good as Ant-Man.
Okay, but what did Ant-Man do last night? We were able to nullify all that. You know what I'm saying? We've proven we can do it. Buddy Hield played great defense. Buddy Hield gave us great scoring. The supporting cast, we have another go-getter right now. We have Jimmy. We have an A. We got Draymond, one of the greatest defenders of all time, contrary to what, people think LL believes. I think they could make this interesting.
Well, you're saying they're going to win. You just said that the Warriors are going to win.
No, I got the Warriors. But I'm
even with or without Steph Curry, they're going to win the series?
I think so. And it's Draymond Green.
So look, he had 18 points last game. I'm not trusting that he does that again. And if he does, that's cool. That's fine. Take everybody else out. Let him score. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, can you name the 4 players that came off the bench that got more than 10 minutes in this game?
Pat.
Okay.
Whatever his name is. Pat, number 61.
Mm-hmm.
GP2.
Okay.
Moody. He start.
Moody got 9 minutes.
Post.
He got 6 minutes. Which is crazy because I'm surprised he's out the rotation. But yeah. He can't guard nobody. What am I saying?
Who else played?
And that's exactly why I got the Wolves in 6. It's exactly why I got the Wolves in 6. Because who's touching Naz Reid, DiVincenzo, Nickeil Alexander-Walker? Podachenski is a starter now.
No, I'm saying, but he can nullify all that.
And Podachenski had 3 points yesterday.
Okay, because Buddy Hield was cooking up, though. That's why he had to share them shots.
If we lose the Buddy Hield, I'm okay. I'm shaking dude's hand. I'm like, cool, bro. That's who I want to lose to. Buddy Hield. And what I said it during the offseason. I said he could come in for Clay and do the exact same thing on a cheaper contract, and he's actually doing better. The LL knows who.
He is doing better.
And that was even before I knew he went to the Warriors. I was just like, Buddy Hield, what does Clay do that Buddy Hield don't at this point? Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Shoot. High volume.
And that's it. That's all you got to do if you're a shooter that plays for Golden State. That's it.
Fire.
That's all you got to do. You got the Warriors winning this series?
Championship DNA, man. I feel like I expected a lot more out of the Wolves, honestly, and that first showing kind of just put in perspective to me that the Warriors, it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't really matter. We just when you roll out the ball, it's us. You know what I'm saying? It's us. And Jimmy fits perfectly into their system, bro. Like he's a warrior already. You know what I'm saying? It looks like he's played there for years. He's a warrior. I see the Warriors getting this series.
They're not going to get it done. And not only that, they're going to get blown out tomorrow or today. Whenever you see this, they're going to get blown out. It's going to be I'm predicting Minnesota Timberwolves belt to ass. We're not shooting a bunch of threes like we did. We're going to adjust. I just want to take this time to talk about Steph Curry real quick. Because to be honest, that might be it. That might have been the last time we seen Steph on the court. Because he's old. We got to think about it. He's 37 years old.
You think he's done?
He's 37, bro. He's 37. Playing the same way he did a decade ago. Moving around and shit. He ran like 2 miles last game, bro. What are we doing? He can't keep running it. He can't keep. Okay. Him and Bron might retire at the same time then. Maybe next year. When this contract's up, he's done, bro. You can see Steph playing until he's 40.
I could.
What?
Reduce his role.
See, and that's where we stop. Because I don't think he can be a role player.
Okay, see, it would have been a lot better if we still had Poole. You know what I'm saying?
And that's so crazy. I was just thinking the same thing because then he could be the Clay.
Bro,
he could be the Clay.
He could have morphed into Clay.
Bro, he could have been Clay. And I was talking to people. Right. I was talking to people. They're like, oh, he's too small to be Clay. Bro, he could have figured it out, bro.
We can run 3 guard lineups in the modern NBA, bro. Like, we would have found a way to make it work.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, bro, Poole would be so perfect right now. If Poole was on this team right now, I'd be with you.
It'd be perfect, bro.
I would confidently say that they'd beat this Timberwolves team, honestly, before the Steph injury. Steph injury. I mean, now they still have a chance if they had Poole, but if they were healthy and they had a Poole, He was
Warriors Poole, like, man,
just that's who you get rid of Clay for. That's when you were supposed to get rid of
That's when you make the bridge, you know what I'm saying?
You don't trade Poole for Chris Paul at 38. You don't do that.
You don't do that.
That
was a fail. Yeah, that was bad every way you look at it.
Draymond ruined that. He ruined the future of the franchise. He didn't ruin the immediate. He ruined the future, though. Poole could have easily been the future. But we're talking about Steph on his way out.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, bro. And I have a question. And this question came up with some people I was talking to. Or I kind of asked it first, and they're kind of like, But does Steph Curry deserve a farewell tour? And does he get a farewell tour?
100%.
100%.
100%.
He gets like a
100%.
Kobe, an eventual LeBron,
100%.
a Michael Jordan type of farewell tour.
100%. He didn't make too many enemies in his career. I think that helps him out a lot. I think, he talked his talk, but he was, you know what I'm saying? Steph Curry always had a positive kind of light on him throughout his entire career. Like, you hate Steph Curry because he's killing your team. You don't hate Steph Curry for no other reason except that he's cutting off housing for the.
I'm about to say he doesn't support low-income housing.
That's the only knock you can have against Steph Curry, the low-income housing. Other than that, bro, it's just like he's a good dude. He revolutionized basketball by you know what I'm saying? We can't even comprehend.
Some say for the worse.
But I mean, we can't comprehend. Like, you go look at the 3-point numbers, he's just in a different stratosphere. Like, it doesn't make sense how much he's changed the game. 4, maybe 5-time champ by the time it's done. 4-time champ, 2-time MVP. He's impacted the game of basketball so much. He undoubtedly deserves a farewell tour. On par with LeBron, Kobe, MJ, everybody. I think just because he's impacted the game as much as those guys. Maybe he's not in the same GOAT conversation, but his impact to the game of basketball, his impact to the NBA, his time in the NBA, the hardware he acquired, he undoubtedly deserves a farewell tour.
I'm just not too sure. I'm just not too sure. And undoubtedly, like, okay.
He gets one before Kevin Durant.
Oh, for sure. I don't.
So then, who else in this era gets one? It's LeBron and Steph.
But there's only KD's better than Steph, though.
Okay,
KD's a better basketball player than Steph. He's a better player.
Okay, but KD's not gonna get the farewell. Okay, would he though? He would.
I think KD deserves it more than Steph. However, also But KD won't get it because he doesn't have a home. That is just that simple. He don't have a home. He don't got I feel like you got to be stamped somewhere. Okay, he's stamped as a Warrior, but you know what I mean. It's not like
his farewell tour though. It's going to be everybody just patching up putting band-aids over the scratch. You know what I'm saying? Like the Warriors going to be like, thank you for your service. The Thunder going to be like, thank you for your service.
But you think it's going to be a big production for Steph? No,
I think so.
Hell no.
Okay, every game is going to be sold out for sure. Every Steph last game.
You think it's going to be on Bron level type?
Yes, bro.
No, but I don't think people care about Steph like they care about those other guys, bro.
I promise you, Steph.
Hell no.
Bro, Steph is up there with his impact.
It's not going to be the same as LeBron's farewell tour. It's not even going to be close.
Okay, well.
It's not even going to be close.
LeBron. It's
not even going to be close.
Okay, LeBron is different. LeBron is different. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, dudes who get farewell tours, you got to be on that stature. You got to mean that much to the league. You telling me he means as much to the league as LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Magic,
Kobe? Yes, he does. He does. I'll say that. Yes, he does. I will confidently.
Steph?
Yes, I will confidently say he does. But he's obviously not the same player as Bron. Not the same. You know what I'm saying? Bron deserves.
I think the stature of player you are, the player that you are, I think that matters in this discussion. That has to be taken into consideration.
But all the names you just named, he's in that conversation. All those names you just said, Steph is in that group. He does that. That's just impact in basketball.
So he's on the Mount Rushmore basketball. He's top 10 all time. Steph Curry's top 10 all time?
He should be.
He should be.
In my eyes, yes. I will say yes. He's the greatest point guard of all time, to me. Confidently, he is.
I don't know.
Confidently.
And I don't want
he changes the way you have to play. He changed the way you have to play basketball. And changed the way you have to play defense.
I don't want people coming at me talking about, oh, you didn't watch Magic play. Bro is real though. He's not a better basketball player than Magic.
Well, I'm about to pull one.
He's not better basketball than Magic. Magic Johnson should be in the GOAT conversation, bro. I'm not saying he's the GOAT, but Magic Johnson should be in the GOAT conversation.
Magic couldn't shoot. Magic didn't have a left hand. Magic had AIDS. My goal.
The fact that he had that. Imagine if he didn't. Are we talking? Imagine if he did it. If he did it, who knows if MJ would have won 6?
My goal got 5,000 threes. He got 8.
The fact that he had that, and this is still a discussion whether it's a debate. Come on, man.
Not fair. He was who? No, Magic was called. But we see modern Magic.
Is the greatest point guard ever.
Bro, I'm sorry. No, any way you shape it. What are we talking about? You got to pick. You might have to pick him up on the other side of half court. He might make a shot on you.
Like, you got to do that with Dame.
Okay, cool. He's up there too. I have him up there. Prime Dame is up there to me. I might take Prime Dame over Magic. I will. That's how I want to build my team.
Damn.
I'll take Prime Damian Lillard over Magic Johnson. Don't argue with me.
That's my GOAT. I'm not even mad at you for that.
People have such like these idealizations in their mind. A point guard's supposed to be a distributor. Point guard's supposed to, bro. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Who's bringing the ball up? Who's bringing the ball up? Who's getting his team involved? Who's carrying the team on his back?
Who's getting buckets? You know, when a game comes down to it, it's about buckets. You know what I'm saying? Any way you shape it, you can get a rebound, you can get an assist, you can get a steal. It's about who can get the ball in the bucket more than the other team. That's what hoop is about. Who can get the ball in the bucket more than the other person?
I'm with you. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry. So I'm valuing that. I have to value that. And I will always value somebody who can put the ball in the bucket. Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, better than Magic Johnson.
It sounds crazy, but like you really gotta break it down. You really gotta break down the film. You gotta break down who these teams that they were on and how they had to carry, not carry, whatever the case may be. It's not that crazy. But Steph Curry having a same type of farewell tour as LeBron.
He deserves it.
As MJ.
He deserves it, bro. For sure he deserves it.
It has to be a whole production.
Yes.
Everywhere he goes.
Yes. He's played in the league for what? 15 plus?
Well, I'll tell you who's not thanking him as much as everyone else, the Houston Rockets.
Oh no, they're gonna give him a hate. You know what I'm saying?
They're not celebrating that, dude. He's not, bro. You gotta think about it. A farewell tour, you're going around all 30 cities, 30 teams, and getting like a whole
standing ovation.
Video. A whole production, bro. No, he's not getting that with all 30. He's not getting that on 30. He don't mean that much to the game as much as LeBron. That you gotta be on that stat, bro. Like LeBron, MJ, like those dudes. That's
Kobe got it though. So I mean,
but he was one of them ones as well.
So why is Steph not one of them ones? Is why I'm confused.
Because
we've witnessed the last 10 years.
I think
how
the
you
culture.
say Steph is not
I
one of
honestly,
them
no.
dudes?
Let me take that back because I think Steph is better. He's a better player than Kobe. He's a better player than Kobe. But I think the cultural impact also matters too. Excuse me.
So how does Steph not have cultural impact? Everybody's shooting. What are we talking? He's changed the game.
He don't like income housing. Most of his fans probably, you know what I'm saying, are in the trenches, bro. They try to shoot like what?
He hurt himself with the Under Armour deal too.
That's the other thing.
He hurt himself.
That's the other thing. We don't even see this dude on TV. Well, we see LeBron, MJ.
Everywhere.
We see him everywhere.
We saw him everywhere.
Marketing. That matters.
It does. Now I'll give you that piece. That piece matters to me because Steph.
And you brought that up yourself. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point as well. Like I think the Under Armour thing hurts.
I think that hurts him a little bit. I think it does because like you got that check mark next to you, or that jump man.
Those commercials are crazy. What have we ever seen a Steph Curry Under Armour commercial?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a diet farewell tour. It's not gonna be what you think it's gonna be.
It's not gonna be as Braun. They got to roll out the red. You know what I'm saying?
And that's all I'm saying.
He doesn't. Braun is the greatest basketball player of all time. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
He's the greatest basketball player of all time. He gets a farewell tour hitherto unspoken of. You know what I'm saying? He should have the greatest farewell tour of all time. I need like a 30-minute production from each team, detailing each season he played, each game he played in the arena.
Bro,
Steph don't get that. But he gets a farewell tour. He gets a compilation.
No,
he gets a video. They make him a video. It's Steph Curry, bro. He gets a video. He don't get the LeBron. They roll out the red carpet though. They give out LeBron jerseys. They make custom Warrior LeBron jerseys. Look, they start just doing everything. They bump it. Retire his jersey in Miami. Hey, bump it. That's the farewell tour for LeBron. Everybody just bring out all the cannons. Why not?
Nah, it's gonna be if every city he go to, if we're not acting like it's a jersey retirement after the game, you know how they have like the ceremony after the game. If it's not like that, you're doing them, you're not doing them justice, man. And Steph Curry, he's gonna get a diet farewell tour though. I'll admit that he'll get a farewell tour, but he don't. To me, again, marketing matters. All that stuff matters. You're like
it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the Paul Pierce one. I'll just say.
Oh, I mean, no, it's not gonna.
Was like you chasing. It's not that. Steph is gonna get love. Steph is gonna get mad love. That's what I'm saying. Steph is gonna get mad love. He's gonna get more love than.
Is he gonna get more love than Vince Carter?
Yes.
Because you know how they was clapping for him after every game when he was about to. They're gonna get in Atlanta.
They're gonna give him. Yeah, no.
So they're gonna give him he's gonna get tribute videos.
Yes, bro. I promise. Steph is, bro.
He's not gonna get one in Houston. He's not gonna get one in Portland. He's damn sure not getting one in Cleveland. Oh, he was born in Akron though, so maybe, but he's not.
He might get one in Cleveland just because of all the battles they had.
You know where the best one's gonna be? New York, because that's where he was born. That's when he scored 54 in the Garden. The rest was history. He's gonna get something crazy in New York.
Nah, he deserves it though.
The farewell, but
I'm trying to think of what other player has gotten a farewell tour.
That's what I'm saying. Because when I think of a farewell tour, I'm thinking like a big production, like a thank you for your service. The owner comes out, the commissioner comes out. I'm thinking that. You think they're doing that in every city that Steph's gonna be in?
No.
And that's all I'm saying. He's a great player. He changed the game. You said all the things. You said all his accolades. You said all the things he did for the game. Lovely. It's just he is not as mesmerized. Like he's not on the stature of at least again culturally, Kobe, LeBron, MJ. Like he's not on the level of those three dudes. To me, he's not. He's not. But he's right below that though. No, I'm with you with that. He's right below that.
But he should be in that conversation. I don't know.
He should be, but like you said, Under Armour cooked him, bro.
Like, he got fried.
That's a legit reason why. But I think we talked about all the games. What we haven't done is talk about the greatest playoff choker of all time. The dude that I put all my belief in, and that's one, James Harden. I can't believe that I believed in him once again. I've been fooled. I talked about the Lakers fooling, or the LA media fooling the Lakers nation, having people bought in there. The Clippers fooled me once again. I don't know why I had any faith in them. James Harden, 2 for 8 in that last game 7 after putting up like 28 in game 6. Is he the biggest playoff dropper we've ever seen? Like, this is ridiculous.
For sure.
Is this a type of thing that would leave him out of the Hall of Fame?
No, he's still a guaranteed Hall of Fame. I mean,
he's guaranteed. It's very shaky. Guaranteed. MVP, he's gonna make it. I think he's gonna make it. But guaranteed, like 100%.
He's 100% a Hall of Famer. James Harden's 100%.
Is he first ballot?
Yes. Let's not play. Let's not play with his name.
Yeah, you're right.
We can't play with his name.
You're right. But I mean, like,
last 3 years, buns.
Has that tarnished anything that he's built?
That's tarnished our memory of him. Because if we go back to prime James Harden, I remember
he was hitting the
bro. Look when he's running down court like you know what I'm saying. Look, he could like come on, we know what time it is. So he's first ballot, no, undoubtedly. If he retired today, he could go in the Hall of Fame today. But he is the biggest playoff dropper of all time.
Wait, is he a bigger? Okay, who's a bigger playoff dropper, James Harden or Paul George?
James Harden. For sure. I mean, Paul George has some notable playoff performances in his past, although he playoff P in his recency. But I think back to the Pacer days. He got some good playoff memories.
He just ran into Bron, right?
That's what I'm saying. Ran into Bron, pushed him to 7 though. Like, and that's when he really came into his own in the playoffs. So I'll give him that. That's why it's hard for me to really say. But when we look at James, bro, what notable playoff performance, what notable playoff moment? I can't name one. You know, it's just been like, he's been cool, he's been solid, and then they get eliminated. That's just always what it's been. Paul George, I found out about Paul George in the playoffs, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy. Yeah, he was born in the
playoffs. That's where I found about P. So
I want to talk about LA. Or I don't really hear a lot of media talk about the future of this LA Clippers team. It's almost like they are who they are right now, and that's just what the team is going to be. But is there legit questions for this LA Clippers team and the construction of the roster going into next season? Because I feel like we should be looking at this roster and trying to make some drastic moves, especially around Kawhi. We had a healthy Kawhi. We didn't take advantage. Where do we go from here?
That's a good question. I feel like we got to get rid of Ty Lue, unfortunately.
And that's so crazy to me because I was thinking the exact same thing. It's not even about his coaching. It's more we need a new voice.
That's literally, I'm thinking the same thing. It's not about your coaching. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over expecting a different result. That's my thing. And first round exit too, perfect time. Let's just reset, bro. Like, you're not a bad coach, but it's time to new voice. And
we don't hear his name in the hot seat, but
that's what I'm saying. It's time for a new voice though. We still got Kawhi. We got to hold on to Kawhi. There's no world.
I mean, does he even, his value's skewed, bro. It's like, if you trade him, you're probably not going to get as much as he truly is. So he's pretty much untradeable because you're not going to get his true value.
Yeah.
Because people are going to be like, well, he's hurt. Why would I give up anything crazy for him?
8 first for him. Yeah.
Did he choose wrong, though? Going to LA Clippers instead of the Lakers? Biasness aside, of course, because
he didn't want to go to the Lakers because Bron was there, right? Or he didn't want to play with him. That's pretty much what he said.
Probably was like, I'm trying to beat this dude. Well, I respect it. He's trying to beat him, but
he made the wrong move. You playing for the Diet LA team. No other way to put it. No one's checking for the Clippers ever, regardless of how it ever shakes out. LA's team will always be the Lakers. Sorry, Intuit. Like, it's always going to be a Laker city though. So he did choose the wrong team. Clippers are fun. Never going to be shit though. Never going to win shit.
It's fair.
Lob City supremacy forever.
Yeah. Jalen Green is the sole reason why we don't got G League Unite anymore. He's the reason why we don't got G League Unite. He's the one that shut it down. He's been playing like buns. His teammates, Jonathan Kuminga's buns. Scoot Henderson. He's not buns. He's on the rise though. He's starting to get better. Hopefully he gets a starting role next season. We trade Anthony. But Jalen Green is a disappointing basketball player.
He is, bro. I think it's all between his ears too. It's all mental. Because I seen one thing, and this is just Twitter banter, but they was like, what skill set or like what skills does Jalen Green have that Anthony Edwards doesn't? And I was like, elite athleticism. I was like, shot creation, mid-range, 3-level score.
He got the shot creation, but he don't got the
shot
he
making.
don't got the making. Yeah, like he takes stupid shots. He just like I guess you're not wrong.
But I'm saying he has the tools. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he has the tools. I think it was Lou Williams that said that. Like he got the tools, bro. Like
yeah.
So I can't get. Giving up on him right now it's tough for me. I still feel like he could figure it out.
For Giannis.
Okay. See, if Giannis is available, yeah. Sorry, bro. You're gone. Okay, not to go back to it, just real quick. Like, how many dudes actually get to plan out a farewell tour? You know what I'm saying? Because their careers just be ending. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of dudes just be having the rug pulled under for, like, they don't even really get a chance. Like, how many dudes really just
because there's no players that are rarely on but they exactly control because they're not on that stature of a LeBron.
Like, where I can just come out and be like, this is for sure my last year.
Right, like enough. You can announce that, because you can control your career.
I can control. I'm good enough to make a team for sure. I'm on the team. This is my last year. A lot of dudes don't. Yeah, farewell tours.
Like people get retired now. The league retires you now for the most part.
You just sit out 2 seasons without getting picked up and then retire.
That's all. Kemba Walker just announced it.
I'm gonna just hang him up now.
Carmelo he was almost and that's the disrespect there because he was almost at that point. Carmelo Anthony, the league almost retired him. The league almost retired him, and the league pretty much did. I feel like after that Lakers stint, nobody wanted him. He was just like, okay.
I swear he said a couple teams reached out, but he said he was
because he didn't want to go to like Detroit. He said like some bum teams were Brooklyn, like some bum teams were reaching out. I mean, I'd be done too. Well, I'm gonna go on a vet minimum off the bench to help these bum. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, here's a good one because we're witnessing this in real time. Russell Westbrook.
What about him?
Okay, what is he going to get a farewell tour? Is he going to get to announce his farewell tour? You know what I'm saying? Like
hell no.
And is he would get love though, but it wouldn't be.
He'd get Paul Pierce love.
Yeah, it'd be a Paul Pierce diet.
Except for OKC. OKC would put on production for sure.
Oh, they shut down the city for him. You know what I'm saying? They shut down the town for him.
The Lakers might boo him. For no reason too, like bro, it wasn't even his fault. The Russell Westbrook, boo. Yeah, bro. See, bro, like the fact that Russell Westbrook got cheers when he was checking in OKC during a playoff game,
standing O.
That's nuts.
Standing,
you'll never see that, bro.
That's crazy.
You'll never see that.
That's what he gets a statue there.
Like
he gets a statue. I believe that. Russell Westbrook gets a statue in Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
for sure. He should be the first. As soon as he retires, he should get a statue.
He gets a statue there before Draymond gets a solo statue in Golden State.
No facts. For sure.
No Draymond hate. No Draymond hate.
I know. They're going to come. The Dub's going to be there. If you roll the ball.
Like, bro, we can just talk about it real quick. If you roll the ball out.
There's only, you know what I'm saying? There's only so many screens you can call out. There's only so many shots you can contest.
Like Rico Hines, bro, like.
Before I need somebody that can just go get a bucket. You know what I'm
saying? Bro, you're not touching the ball. You're not touching the ball at Rico Hines, bro. I'm sorry. It's not happening. I got to give out my new finals prediction now. Now it's going to be Pacers. Pacers and damn. You know what's crazy? I want to say Denver. Just based off right now. I want Minnesota to go, though. I want Minnesota to go. That would be a good finals. Pacers and Minnesota. I think they match up well. Who would you have in that hypothetical series? That's a tough one. That's a
tough one. I go Timberwolves though. I go Wolves
because Ant-Man is the difference.
And they just got Ant, Nas, Julius, McDaniels, DiVincenzo. That's what I'm saying. They got a really deep. They got a unit.
That's what I'm saying. You think Jimmy Butler is that good that they can beat them?
Championship DNA,
bro. He don't got a ring. What do you mean championship DNA?
He's been several times.
Okay, Draymond lost in 5.
Draymond's out there. I don't know.
Draymond, bro. He can average 30. It's not moving me, bro.
Draymond's a winner though. That's the A.
Draymond is a winner. Just not my cup of tea. I don't like watching him play basketball. It's just not entertaining hoop. For me, it's not. I mean, his passes are cool, but even he said it, his best game of his life, he put his best foot forward in life in that Game 7, 2016. We haven't seen offensive display, not even close to that. That was probably his last 30-point game.
It might be one of his only 30-point games.
And he would have been one of the see, because look, he would have been the first player to get suspended during a finals and win Finals MVP if they win that game. That would have been nuts.
He had to sit a game out and
still, yeah. What? The Russell Westbrook find a home in Denver? I think so. I think he resigns. Because if he don't resign with Denver, it's over. Like, this felt like the last team he's going to be on. There's no way he goes anywhere else, right?
Bro, this should be his last year.
You think so? This should be the farewell season?
That's how I feel. He probably going to run it back once more. Probably, I'm assuming. But
he's got juice left. It's crazy because his downfall... Like, we usually when we see the downfall of NBA players, it's athleticism or they just can't move the same. Russell Westbrook just, like, sometimes it's just stupid play. Like, it's decision making. How you washed on decision making? You've been a point guard your whole life, but
usage rate.
It's questionable. So he's not used. He's not used to the low usage rate, or what?
If you don't use it, you lose it. And so previously the past 10 years, he's had the ball every possession, and then now. I got one possession to make it all happen right now.
Okay, so if he was on the Utah Jazz, would he look like Russell Westbrook?
If you rolled out Russell Westbrook next year, starting point guard, just do what you do, he might average a triple-double again. He might.
Now, he's had some this year. I'm not.
Bro, he might average a triple-double for the season.
It's not going to be efficient.
No, but he would get a triple-double again. That's just, bro, because he's going to play hard. He's going to have the ball. Russell Westbrook needs the ball. Like, and they be having him play power forward for the past 5 years. Like, he's in the dunker spot for the past 5 years as a career. And he's just trying to, every time he gets the ball, it's just like, I have to make everything happen that I wanted to make happen on the last 5 possessions happen right now. And then the ball ends up in the third row.
You think Russell Westbrook gets a farewell tour?
No, he doesn't.
Because he's a top 5 point guard of all time, probably.
He is. That's what I was trying to think of, like a good, like.
And that's shitty.
He's like him and Kevin Durant are a great example because they're like all time. Him, Kevin Durant, James Harden.
But see, that's the thing. Westbrook is more beloved. He's more respected because he stayed at OKC for that run.
Exactly.
KD don't got a home. So it's like, it's going to be weird.
And I feel like it's kind of the same thing with James Harden at this point. We're like, he'll get a diet farewell tour.
James Harden?
He'll get a standing O. He'll get the standing.
He'll get the Paul Pierce.
He'll get the standing O. They'll give James Harden the standing O.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, all 3 of them get the standing O. That's it. Steph gets video tributes.
Everywhere he goes.
Everywhere. He has to, bro.
For sure. Before we get out of here, shout out Caitlin Clark. She's the greatest woman basketball player I've ever seen. She's the greatest woman to ever touch a basketball. She's ridiculous. Shout out to Dame. Get better soon. Shout out Bronny James. Hope you're in the gym. LeBron talk about Met Gala. Sorry I couldn't be. Bro, who cares? And yeah, Pacers in 4. You got anything else?
Pacers in 4, Knicks in 4, and Nuggets in 4.
Wow.
Let's get to the conference finals quick. Let's just get there. Let's get to the conference finals quick.
Well, that's been another edition of the Layup Lounge. Make sure you like, subscribe, show some love, man. I mean, hey, we appreciate all the comments, all the likes, good and the bad. And we here.
If you love it, tell us something you loved. If you hated it,
tell us something
you hate.
Hey,
do that.
Come on.
Y'all gonna do it anyway, so do that.
LLs.